Guys, if there's one adult expense I really, really dread, it's the cost of medical aid. Because what do you mean I'm paying 5K? I don't even get sick that often. I don't even go to the doctor that often, but I'm paying 5K every month for medical aid for one person. Methinks that is not okay. If you guys know of any like cheap medical aids where I can still do a range of things, let me know in the comments, because fucking hell, there's got to be a cheaper option.
Medical aid. Oh my word. Can we just talk about that for a hot second? Yesterday I went to the doctor. Medical aid covered the fee for my doctor's visit. I just had to make a small co-payment under 100 Rand. Went to the pharmacy, asked if medical aid will cover my medication. Got a whole big bag of medication. Medical aid covered this whole thing. Great, I'm seeing the reward of the huge installments I make every single month towards medical aid. But that was just my experience. A week earlier, took my kids to the pediatrician. Do you think my medical aid covered their ped visit? No. Medical aid didn't cover costs. My kids had roughly the same amount of medication. Do you think medical aid covered their meds? No. What the F am I paying medical aid installments for if you aren't going to cover costs? The only benefit I've seen from my medical aid, besides my visit to the doctor yesterday, is when I gave birth to both my kids. If I don't see a doctor within the network of my medical plan, medical aid doesn't cover costs. Certain visits need to have a certain code, or else medical aid won't cover. What the heck are we paying installments for every single month? Like, at this point, might as well not have medical aid. The installment amount that I'm using every single month, I can save and bloody well pay cash for my doctor's visits. Because if the only benefit I've seen is going to the hospital for giving birth, then I might as well have a hospital plan, which probably is cheaper. I don't know. But, guys, medical aid. Also, what plan are you guys on that you find is like truly beneficial? Because at this point, maybe it's just a plan that I'm on that sucks. But no, man. Like, I need it actually for my kids, not necessarily for myself. I'm sick like maybe 2-3 times a year. These kids have been sick like month after month. I can't, no.
Medical aid. We are currently on Discovery Classic Smart, I believe, and we are looking between going on to Classic Saver or Classic Comprehensive. Obviously, I am keeping in mind my maternity benefits, but now the Classic Smart and Saver does have the same like coverage when it comes to like 200% hospital cover. I think the only difference is like one covers like private hospitals and clinics, and the other one is like there's a network that it only covers of. And we do have a gap cover. We actually planned falling pregnant after the wedding, so we got it like a year prior, so I think it takes a year before it's active. So we do have a gap cover as well. But I want to experience, is it worth it to move up to Classic Saver or Classic Comprehensive? I know with the Classic Saver, you do get a savings pocket of like 1,000 and something Rand a month. But other than that, like, is it worth it? Because then I'll rather just put that money away. But I need advice. Please do send me all the advice. Bearing in mind, I can't change medical aids currently because I am pregnant. So I need to stay with Discovery, but want like the best plan, and I need to move up this month. I would appreciate it. Please open up the conversation and I will give feedback on what everyone says, which plan and why. But we're just feeling conflicted because the lady from Discovery explained, and we just felt like, is it I think then we pay like 4,200 Rand or something a month per person, with like only 1,000 something Rand saving pocket. It doesn't really make sense. Help a girl out.
Hi guys, so I just wanted to talk about medical aid for a moment. I just realized yesterday that I've paid over 270,000 for medical aid over the past 5-6 years. This year, I'll be paying 54,400 for medical aid. And in the past 6 years, the only time I've ever used medical aid is one time when I had chicken pox. I had chicken pox when I was old. And then two or 3 years ago, when I had like headache, heartburn, then I went and got like an endoscope to check out my stomach to see what was up. So those are the only 2 times I've ever used medical aid for something that was a health issue. Generally speaking, I'm a healthy individual. I'm not a sickly person. So the medical aid is just a privilege or just a safeguard in case anything happens. But I realized that I'm overspending on my medical aid. I should probably get something more in line with hospital cover, just in case I'm in an accident or something happens to me, so that I can afford hospital bills. Otherwise, I don't need the other things. So yeah, so I was checking if I were to invest this 270,000 that I've spent on medical aid for the next 20 years. In 20 years' time, this 270,000 would be worth 1.8 million. 1,816,425 to be exact. So instead of investing in medical aid, which is not investing, because I'm not a sickly person and I'm still relatively young, I don't need like a comprehensive medical aid. So if I had put all this money in the past 6 years into an investment like the S&P 500, then I would have, like without doing anything, just putting a lump sum, or if I had put all the monthly contributions into an investment platform, in 20 years' time, if I had 270,000 lump sum now, it would be 1.8 million. If I had started investing this same money in 2019, it would be more than 270,000 by now. So yeah, so medical aid is a privilege. And just because you don't have medical aid doesn't mean you would invest this money. But I was just looking at it from that perspective. Like I'm paying 4.5 per month right now for medical aid that I don't use. And I feel like it's a big waste of money.